This weekend saw women's marches take over more than 500 cities across the United States and a number of cities internationally as well, in what's being called the largest demonstration in American history, which everybody seems to gloss over, but that seems important. And it just happened. The number of participants has been estimated to be around or slightly higher than 3 million people, which is larger than the inauguration audience. It's even larger than the fake number for the inauguration given by Spicer. And so we want to briefly tour the U.S. Here you're going to see Austin, Texas, my former home. You're seeing there Congress, I believe that is. Massive crowd going down there. That is not a thin street. We can jump over to Boston. Huge crowds there.
The Austin crowd looked even larger than South by Southwest. So that is a hell of a crowd.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly.
And when the Red Sox won the World Series, close.
Maybe.
Close.
Maybe. Let's go to London and international. Again, this is a very zoomed out picture. That's a lot of people there. Over to Minnesota. We're going to go to St. Paul. See there? Now, it looks like not too much in the beginning, but then you look over to the right, and it just stretches far back all the way to that Capitol building there.
Yep.
Then Chicago. We know former TYT employee Ricky Strom was there. Big crowd. Washington, D.C. coming up next. I believe second largest gathering after L.A. Over to Denver now. Jeez. That's crazy. L.A. as well. Which I was at that one. And we've got New York, gigantic gathering at New York.
My sister was there.
Yeah, that's a lot of people, man. And then we've got one last one all the way over to Norway in Oslo. It's a zoomed-in picture, but there was a lot of people. And overall, if you can bring up this one last graphic, you're going to see a breakdown of some of the size of the... I mean, look, that's what 500... I don't even think they have them all there. But hundreds of these marches at both cities and small towns. I know one of the little cities in my home state of Connecticut had 3,000 people. And this is not a place where 3,000 people gather willy-nilly to organize. And yet that was happening across Alaska and Hawaii and every state. It was pretty amazing.
So, see, Trump did unite us. Mission accomplished.
He did. He did. Yeah, I saw one sign had just a big fist, and it was like, thanks, Trump, you made me an activist.
Yeah, and I shared with you earlier my favorite sign, which was, I didn't come from your rib, you came from my vagina.
I saw one of those at the march, actually. I have, so I went and I didn't have a sign, but it was because I was taking as many photos as I could. And if you go to my Instagram at John Idarola, I put some of the signs. There was one, it was, we're the daughters of the witches you didn't manage to burn. It was a pretty good one. There was, I thought time travel was supposed to stop messes like this. It was a pretty good one. A lot of good signs.
Yes, and our reporters, Jordan Chariton and Nomiki Konst, as well as Emma
and Eric.
And Eric, our producers, were all in the Washington March. And you should check out facebook.com/The Young Turks for some of that coverage as well.
Yeah, I mean, we had a ton of TYT employees at the LA one. I know Anna was there with a group of people. Kim was, lots of people were there. But there was 750,000 people. I just expected that at some point we'd all meet up. I didn't see one of them because there were just so many people. It was amazing.
Walls of people.
Walls of people. You couldn't see anything. It was just huge. I was hoping to run into Ariana Grande. Didn't see her. Too many people. Oh well. But it was amazing and it was uplifting. And I know for a lot of people, it's a great way to express how strongly they feel about the wide range of issues that people were protesting based on. And it was predominantly women's issues and things like that. But there was everything. There were economic issues and immigration issues and everything that you could think of. And for a lot of people who I know who felt very disillusioned after the election and after the inauguration, this is exactly what I think people needed to reinvigorate their desire and energy to try to fight back against the worst excesses of the Trump administration.
It almost appears as if the marchers were too strong.
They were too strong. In LA, they were too strong, actually. We took over a lot of streets and cars were stuck there for an hour longer.
Yeah. The last time I remember anything like this was right before the Iraq War, when there were giant protests, not just across the country, but again, across the world.
Yeah, Rome had a huge one, London.
Unfortunately, that one didn't work.
Not so much.
And this one is one day too late. No.
Well, I mean, it couldn't have stopped it, but...
I know, I'm kidding. No, in all seriousness, it's never too late to start fighting back. And so I think that this is a great sign of people saying, look, you won the election, but not on our watch. So if you want to do things that are, positive, or you want to do things that are conservative that we disagree with, okay, we understand, and that's happened, obviously, during the Bush administration, many things we disagreed with. But if you want to go farther and you want to start talking about taking away freedom of speech in the press and attacking the core of our Constitution and our rights, well, then we're going to fight back.
Yeah.
Help us with Operation Watchdog. Help us hire 4 new reporting teams. We could be the watchers on the wall. Make sure we keep Trump and the establishment in check. TYTnetwork.com/go.